Today we're gonna look at the Elliott 6-meter boat and get acquainted with the boat parts. So let's start from the end and the transom aft of the boat. And first here we have the rudder, we have a tiller. Tiller has also a tiller extension. Here it's just attached to the hiking straps that I used to do a bigger hiking. Then moving on, we have here the boom, and here are the loops to keep the Spinnaker pole inside. Boom is controlled by the Mainsheet, and here we have several blocks that control the purchase of the boom, so it's easier to pull. And here we have the last block, and here is the working end of the Mainsheet. Position of the boom is also controlled by the traveler, and here are working ends. In this boat, traveler is the circular loop, so that you can control it from the both sides. So for example, if it's locked on this side, you can always unlock it by pulling it here, and also you can lock it on this side, and there are cam cleats for that. So for traveler, there are cleats where you can fix it in a certain position on each side. For the Mainsheet, there are no clicks, but this is one also a ratchet block here that creates a little bit of a tension when there is or creates the resistance when there is a tension on the Mainsheet. Now, if you see that there is no tension, it's rolling easily on both directions, but the moment there is a bit of a tension, then it rotates this direction, but then as you see, it blocks the other direction, so it's really much more easier to hold it in the hands all the time. In addition to the ratchet block over here, we have the cleats over here on both sides, so that the Mainsheet trimmer can put this one in the lock. Normally, as we discover we don't lock it, we keep it in the hand so we can trim it, but if you need to have it temporary locked for a while, this is a good solution. Alright, moving forward, this is the working end of the Spinnaker halyard, and there is a lock for the Spinnaker halyard as well. So the same way, it can be unlocked this way, and once you are pulling it, it goes into the lock automatically and stays in the lock. Moving forward, we have the several controls here, and the first one is the kicker. It's the working end of the kicker, so the rope for the kicker is coming inside here, going under this part, and then coming over here. So by tightening this rope, I'm tightening the kicker, also known as barber. There are locks on both sides, and you can operate the kicker from the both sides. You need to have it locked, or make sure that you have a even amount that you even out the amount of rope, that this rope doesn't come to the end, and it's not possible just to open it up when you need it. Then next, this black rope is the working end of the topping lift. It's the same way, it comes over here, then it goes into the mast, and controls topping lift that you attach to the Spinnaker pole to control the height of the pole. Moving back here, we can look at the Spinnaker pole, which is over here, and as you can see here, it has two loops and one of them is for the attaching of the topping lift, so just to keep it holding when you put it in front. Another one is for the downhauler of it. However, in this boat we're not using it. That's why the third control here is not used. You have the rope here attached, so in case you need to set it up at a certain point, but we're not using it. So the third one is not used. Okay, moving forward. As we have the Spinnaker pole over here, when it's not used, it is attached to the boom, and one end is attached to this loop, this rope in the front part of the boom, and the other end is put inside this loop. This way the pole stays in place. You can get the pole out by using the locks here, and there is a rope for this. So the most effective way to use it is by twisting your wrist. So this is very difficult to pull this way, but if you twist the wrist, you can open the lock even from the distance. If you practice also enough, you can even put it back. It's a bit more tricky. So this way you can disattach it, and before you need to set, you can attach the topping lift over here. But that's something that we're gonna take a look on the next video. In order to put it back, you put it inside the loop at the end of the boom, and the same way by twisting the wrist, you open the lock over here and put it back. Now it stays securely. Okay, what else do we have on the boom? So one thing is that we maybe missed in the beginning is the out hole. So out hole over here stretches the foot of the mainsail, and this is attached to the clew of the mainsail, to the back corner, and the rope goes inside the boom, goes all the way to the front, comes over here, comes out over here, and then comes to this lock with it. So if you need to tighten it, you just pull it in and put it in the lock. If you need to open it, you pull it back and then it opens. Okay. What else we have attached to the boom? So we have a kicker, the one that we already saw, with a control, with a working end over there. So this pulls the boom down. Especially it's important also in the downwind. The boom is attached to the mast here on the gooseneck, which rotates both ways. So it rotates up and down, and also to the left and to the right, this direction. Next to the mast, we have Cunningham, and Cunningham is the rope which used to stretch the front part of the mainsail. So by attaching it the way how we're gonna see it's attached on the next video, you're able to pull this rope, or pull this working end, and pull this rope down, or open it and make sure that it's a little bit more loose, not that tight. The front end of the sail, which is called luff. Okay, so now we have a mast, and mast is held in place by the shrouds. So you have the outer shrouds over here on the both sides, and you have also inner shrouds. If we look up a little bit, on the inner shrouds, you need to have this little piece of the elastic rope, the black elastic rope. It's important place so for you when you use the spinnaker, not to damage the spinnaker. So make sure that before you leave, the elastic is in place. If we look a little bit more further, there are spreaders, and the outer shrouds come through the ends of the spreaders. So it's good also if you have a chance to look that the spreaders are even and in a good angle. So it keeps the boat working longer, and also your sailing then more even on the boat tanks. Continue to look more forward, then we have the Windex on the top, and this. And when we look down, this is the main halyard that is coming from the back of the mast. Main halyard is used to hoist, in other words, to put up the mainsail. Mainsail goes into the groove, and this is a plastic groove which is glued to the mast. With the front part of the sail, mainsail goes inside. Since it's glued, it's also very important to control the forces when you, for example, hoist the sail. So that's why we hoist the mainsail as much as possible, and almost all the time when you're pointing head to wind. This reduces the side forces on this little groove, and that's why it stays in place and doesn't rip away from the mast. It won't rip away immediately, but if you just do it incorrectly a lot of time, then you'll have to re-glue it much more often. Now, while we stay on this side in cockpit, we look at a few more controls. These are controls for the jib, and this is a jib sheet. We will look the way the jib sheet is attached on the next video. And basically you're controlling it by pulling it in and out. There is the same way. You have a ratchet here. If there is no pressure in it, it rolls easily both directions. If there is some tension, then it rotates here, but then it will create a resistance other direction. So this is again something just to ease up, to make the task of holding the sheets in one place a bit more easier. And still you have a locks over here that you control this way. So if you are sitting on this side, you're sheeting in using this sheet, so you can put it in the lock here. Again, we are in the racing setup. We are not using this very often, so you're holding it in the hand, so you're able to control it. But this is something for you just to put it temporary, or just give your hands a little bit of a rest. For the Spinnaker flying, we have a few controls over here, and this is the Spinnaker sheets. So the Spinnaker is attached to those two ends, and it's hoisted in front of the boat. You control it using the Spinnaker sheet, which is also in a similar way. It's a circular rope that goes as a circle over here. So the same way you are able to control it from either side. So for example, you can take it out of the lock from here or put it in the lock without need to go on the other side. And it also has the blocks, ratchet blocks, but these ratchet blocks are controllable. They are not turned on and off automatically. You have a little switch over here that is used to put it on and put it off on the boat side. So again, in the light wind, you might want to have it rolling quite easily, but in the stronger winds, you want to turn on the ratchets just to take the pressure off your hands. So as you see that the sheets are going back to these blocks over there, and then coming up to front. How close you bring the spinnaker to the hull is controlled by this rope, which is called barber. So if you pull it in here, then the spinnaker is a little bit more closer to the boat. If you let out the barber, the spinnaker can fly a little bit more further. And there is also lock for the barbers. And as with many other ropes on this boat, it's a circular. So again, you can control it from the other side as well. So now we're gonna look at the front part of the boat, the bow. And at the bow here, there are two ropes on the port and the starboard side of the boat, which control the halyards. On the port side of the boat, you have the working ends of the jib halyard. That's what you pull to hoist the jib in front of the boat. And there is a lock over there. On the starboard side, you have another rope, which is for the mainsail. So as you can see, for example, over here, this is the main halyard. And here we have a jib halyard. So you can take it out of the lock, make it loose. If you tighten it here, it comes in. So let's look from the front of the mast. What ropes do we have over here? The first one is the jib halyard, and it's used to attach with a shackle where the pin is fixed so it doesn't fall. As you can see, it goes along the forestay and goes inside the mast there. Next, we have a Spinnaker halyard. This is the blue rope, and we looked at the control of the Spinnaker halyard in the middle of the boat. This boat doesn't have any shackle. It has only the rope that you use this one using the bowline to attach it to the top of the spinnaker. And here we have a knot, which is used to basically you make your bowline before that knot. So this one is to prevent of the spinnaker to being pulled inside the mast. Okay. So then we have a topping lift that we already looked at before. Topping lift is used to keep the spinnaker pole at the needed height. And it doesn't have a shackle, but it has a shackle, but it's without the pin, so you just press it open and close it. And finally, we have the main halyard here. It has the same type of shackle with a pin which is attached and doesn't fall. So this rope that you will find in the front of the mast is used to attach the tack of the sail to the mast to make sure that the front part of the sail is not sliding that way too much. So whenever you pull the sail without hold back, that there is something that keeps the sail from that moving that direction. So that's why it stays over here. So finally, when we move to the bow, we have a front hatch. For this one, you can access the boat and check if there is like excess water, and also there is a bucket and sponge and a scoop to take water away. For the rainy day, make sure that you check that this elastic not only present but also having sufficient tension, because so that on the big waves this doesn't open and doesn't take more water on each wave, because they tend, if it's too light, tend to open and you'll start to get more and more water. Or also, for example, in event of the broach, if it will fall, that's where how the water can come in. So just make sure that the elastic has enough of the tension to keep it down. So here it's sufficiently good tension. And this concludes our introduction to the boat parts of the Elliott 6-meter boat.